We are at the half as we play the fourth game of the season for the Eutectics. Greg Tadish, the Assistant Sports Information Director. At the half segment, we talked with Jason Udolisa, one of the seniors for the Eutectics. Good to have you here as game day against Southeastern Illinois. And just kind of give me a stance of how you think the season's gone so far through three. You're sitting looking at a record that's 0-3, and you've averaged about giving up 80, and you're scoring mid-60s, and you're looking for win number one. Where does it kind of sit with you right now?
Well, me and the guys all kind of understand that we're working through some growing pains right now. We got a lot of we got some returners that didn't get to play last year, and we also got some new guys. So right now we're using these early games to kind of find out who we are offensively and defensively. So yeah, the record hurts, but we are seeing a lot of positive flashes throughout the first three games. So coming into this fourth game today, we're just gonna look to be more aggressive defensively and also offensively play faster, especially in transition.
Through the first three, how close, as the games have been going on and once they're over, do you feel like you guys played up to what the game plan was coming in? Because offensively, you seem to have a hard time, I think, getting the shots you're looking for. Has that been a challenge? And how close to the game plan have you met through the first three games, just generically?
According to not according to the game I played. When it comes to the game plan, first game, I would say no, we weren't very locked in when it came to the game plan. We were kind of, the first game jitters kicked in. We were more focused on everybody was kind of, I don't want to say trying to do them, but at the same time, we kind of forgot what we worked on approaching the game. But then second and third game, I feel like we did stay close to the game plan, even though we weren't getting the shots that we wanted close to the shot clock. But we also got to give credit to the teams we were playing. They were more prepared than we were those first three games, and we kind of still we just working through growing pains, like I said earlier, just making sure that we can stay locked in. And we got a long season ahead of us, so we're just focused on anything that we're not doing properly right now, just, getting those kinks out of the way before conference comes around next week.
That meshing, that trust between you group of seniors, there's four of you guys, and then the underclassmen with all the freshmen and sophomores, no juniors on the squad. How long do you expect that to take? This isn't your first rodeo. You've been through this before, and you sort of know the relationship of the new guys versus the veteran guys. Does that take, I know every season is different, 5 games, 10 games? Can you get to it by conference tournament? Should you be there now? How long do you expect that to take?
When it comes to meshing, the younger guys, our group of sophomores, Mason, Grant, and DJ, that's really been done. They played a lot of minutes last year and a lot of good minutes. We had 2 of them actually all conference players, so we're kind of on the same page with them. And same with the freshmen. We are acclimating more to them and their style of play. And a lot of them, they're showing a lot of good signs, but at the same time, I feel like they just need a couple more games under their belt where they can kind of see when to do certain things or what shots to take here. But they are showing us a lot of good signs. So maybe just a couple games for us to get used to playing with them getting used to playing with us and playing college basketball compared to high school. So, yeah, I don't really have an exact timeline for you, but at the same time, I feel like, we're getting a lot of stuff done. From the first game to the third game, if you watch, you see a lot of improvement. And even with this third game, we started off really good. It's just we got to maintain and stay locked in for 40 minutes. So I feel like we're getting there for sure.
Jason Udolisa, our guest at the half against Southeastern Illinois this afternoon here at the UHSP Gymnasium. I watched an interesting segment last Sunday on Fox NFL pregame with Geno Smith, the new quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. And he, journeyman quarterback, been around the league forever, had a hard time finding a niche after he left the Jets. And now that Russell Wilson is off to Denver, that opens up a hole, and Geno's career has kind of had a bit of a rebirth. And he made an interesting comment that he says, I know what I bring to the team, and things are sort of developing around me. You are a physical specimen to look at you. You're chiseled, you're a big guy. What do you feel you bring to the team?
Personally, I feel like our team really needs like a sense of aggressiveness and somebody who can just, when it either comes to rebounding or just attacking the paint or just, creating gaps and driving the ball in. We have certain guys on our team. I feel like DJ is also another one who are just physical. Mason's another one just physical, just get downhill and kind of just use our bodies to our advantage. So, yeah, I would say I am a bigger guy. Usually when I step on the court, I'm usually one of the bigger guys on the court. So I make sure to play to my advantages, get my bumps, get my rotations defensively and offensively. I don't let anybody go through me. I make sure each rebound, if I'm on the block and it's one-on-one, each one is going to be mine, and I make sure physically, especially when I'm coming downhill, I make sure that my presence is known.
And have you been good with the game plan so far and what you've gotten out of what you think you had? Because I look at you and I'm thinking, man, there's a double-digit score every night. And that hasn't happened through the first three. Are you okay with the feeling out process and kind of where things sit with the way I don't want to say the way you're being used because that challenges coach and I'm not going there, but are you happy with what you've been able to deliver thus far?
I don't want to say I'm happy. No, I know I have a lot of work to do. My first game, I feel like I was prepared, but at the same time, it was just kind of different, the system-wise and just what we were doing, so I had to get used to that. Second game, I felt like I was more comfortable. I felt like I played a better game there. And then our last game, when we got on the road, it just, a lot of things that we wanted to go right just didn't go right for us. So, I mean, I'm trying to, stay strong throughout, the ups and downs of the season. So I know what's expected of me being a senior and being like, having high expectations from people on my team. People from other teams are expecting me to do certain things, so I know I got to rise to the occasion and make sure I do that.
I was sifting through your Twitter feed. One of your first offers was from LIU Brooklyn. What brought you to the Eutectics rather than you becoming a Blackbird?
Well, when it came to my plan with my own personal life, I knew that I would hear a lot of 4-year versus 40-year plan. And, everybody wants to go to like a larger sports. A lot of guys want to go to like a larger sports university. But I was talking to my dad, and my mother's also a physician herself, and they told me that it would be better for myself if I really truly want to either go to. My original plan was to go to med school, either go to med school or be a health professional in any field. That this would be the right home for me. So, and also Coach Danny Brown actually went to the same high school I went to and had the same high school coach I did. So it was just a mutual connection there, and. He got on the phone with me. I was kind of in between a couple schools, and then he gave me this one call, I think it was April 5th of 2019, and he put some pressure on me, and I knew this was a place for me. I like his energy, and I've enjoyed it ever since. So he
also said you're one of the few guys he's ever signed while lifeguarding at a pool. Do you miss that, hanging out at the pool?
Yeah, it was nice. He actually came to my job one time. He actually pulled up to my job one time, and I think he had some paper, some NI paper waivers for me to sign. And I was working. It was before college hit, and it was just the carefree life of just being a newly high school grad, just chilling at the pool every day. So no, that was nice and stuff. I miss Houston, but at the same time, life got its seasons, so that was one of them. So,
what it's been like, been around the block here at UHSP. How big a deal is winning? Because 10 wins last year is kind of qualified as a pretty good season. How big for you guys is winning basketball games?
It's a huge deal, actually, especially with the history of the school. Just when it comes to wins, they're not something that come easily. We're also usually the underdog coming into basically all of our games. They look at us as, they're just pharmacists, they're just health professionals, they're not really athletes for real. And I just don't believe that's true. So when it comes to winning, we take that very seriously, which is why we're making sure we're coming in today fully focused, no nonsense. So we got our eyes on the prize, and we know what this game means to us. We know what the season means to us, and we got a lot of people to prove wrong.
Great getting to know you. I appreciate it. Best of luck today and the rest of the season. Great talking to you.
Thank you. Great talking to you, too.
That is Jason Udolisa. We're at the half, Southeastern Illinois in town. We'll get back to the College Cast crew coming up in a bit.